Today I have some Touch of Glam goodies to test out. Let's start. First up is the quad of tie-dye multichromes called the Sandman Inspired Bundle. It comes in a generic little gold palette like this. The other thing I got from them was this holographic highlighter. This is called Rainbow Nebula Pastel Holo Rainbow. I believe there is a more brighter version of the holographic rainbow highlighter, but I wasn't able to find it at the time, so I only picked this one. They were having a sale, so I thought I might grab some of these items while they were available, because I believe it was said that this was going to be discontinued, so I wanted to try Touch of Glam Beauty. I heard about them a while ago on someone's YouTube channel because Touch of Glam sent them PR, but since then I've never heard about this brand, no one talks about it, but they do seem to have a certain dedicated client base, so I wanted to see what it was about because some of these smaller indie brands can really have some unique stuff, and I don't have many tie-dye multichromes in my collection. I must say that their Etsy shop is not always the easiest to navigate. It's often products are advertised on Instagram, and then when you go to their actual Etsy shop, the product in question is nowhere to be found. And that's happened to me multiple times. It's quite annoying. Plus, there is always a long pre-order, so if you order from them, keep that in mind. Also, a note about customer service. I changed my mind about the order a little while after I placed it, and I thought that since it hadn't shipped out, they could maybe just cancel the order because I didn't want to wait like 3 months. I messaged the shop through Etsy and there was no response whatsoever. But after a little while, the order shipped out, so I was like, okay, never mind. So that is that about customer experience. They said they were working on a website now instead of the Etsy shop, which I think is good. The prices of this brand are really high, and I'm not sure I might be going back to purchase more just based on this first interaction that I had. But let's get into some eye swatches of the multichromes. I'm going to apply this first shade on the eye. I'm going to use my finger, not a brush, because I don't want to swirl it around. I want to stamp it and see if we can capture some of that tie-dye kind of pattern on the eye. So definitely very high impact, and it does have a flaky texture. As you can see here, when I tried to go into the palette with my finger, those flakes are kind of showing through. You can see that here. I don't see much of that tie-dye thing, like the differentiation in color on the eye, but whatever this color is, it's beautiful and very high impact. In terms of prices, this quad was more than 100 Canadian dollars. That's what I remember. I didn't pay the full price, it was on sale, but still that's a lot for 4 multichromes. But these are special, so if you're into that kind of thing, maybe you like it. Personally, for me, I changed my mind quite quickly about this. I didn't think it was worth it spending that much on just 4 multichromes. Plus, I do have an extensive Cleona Terra Moon collection, so this was an impulse buy for sure. Let's go into the next shade over here. I actually thought there was going to be a green tie-dye in this compact, but it's actually like a brown green. So the shift is green, but the base color is kind of a browny, coppery pink thing. Let's smack it on. And the tie-dye is red. Looks beautiful. This is also quite flaky. But do you know why it's sticking so well? That's because I used the Bella Beauty Bar Shimmer Stay, and it works beautifully. So from what I can make out, this one has a green, gold, red kind of thing going on. That could even be because of the tie-dye swirls, so we may have two multichromes mixing in together, which I feel like is the case because I kind of stamped it on like this to capture some of that pattern, although you don't see the pattern, but there are different shifts in there. Like I see like a stripe of red in the middle, and the rest is kind of green. This one is a purple to a pink to a gold kind of situation. Lovely, beautiful. Sheared them out and put them on the brow bone. That looks nice. Very impressed. These are beautiful high impact multichromes. This one also has a very flaky texture. Gorgeous. I kind of don't want to take them off, but we have to try the other two. Let's go. Please excuse the leftover shimmer on my eyes. These are not the easiest things to remove, and I didn't want to rub my eyes too hard. I have the shimmer stay on. Let's go into this beauty right here. So another flaky formula, and it's sticking there. I am more impressed by the shimmer stay than anything else, but yes, very sparkly, very gorgeous. This has more of a sky blue and a purple tie-dye pattern, and I also see some sparkle in the purple one. Also very flaky, very high impact. I can see a green to gold shift. And a little bit of that purple in the center, although you can't really tell once it's on the eye. Let's go into the last shade. I am excited for this one. This seems to be my kind of color. These are quite beautiful, not gonna lie. Absolutely gorgeous. Although if I were wearing them, I wouldn't apply them this messily, but I think these are beautiful. Although very pricey, but still can't deny that they're beautiful. Let's apply the Rainbow Nebula Pastel Holo Rainbow and see how that goes. I don't think I've ever worn a holographic highlighter, although I do have holographic eyeshadows, so this should be good. I'm going to use a fluffy brush so we can get maximum payoff, although I do want to kind of swipe in on the cheek as well, so let's do the swipe first and then we'll just swirl it around and do the brush one. I really like it. That is beautiful. Very nice. You can see a little bit of the cast here, but for what it is, which is a fancy highlighter, I think this is excellent. Now let's apply with a brush to achieve somewhat of a more seamless kind of application. So I went kind of row by row, so the red and yellow first, and then I applied the green and blue and the purple. So you can see the gradient kind of effect is still kind of there, but the particles are quite dispersed because that's how they pick up on the brush. I think this way of application is also pretty good if you don't want to use the finger and do the whole thing, because the finger application means that your finger will have a dip over here, and that's why you can see the area where it kind of skipped the pigment. So yeah, that is that. I think it looks nice. I do see the holographic shimmer shining through, so that is beautiful. So this is how we're looking. I think this turned out pretty good. If the brand wasn't so pricey, or the fact that you have to wait like 3 months, I might buy more from them. But for now, I think there's a lot of other good indie brands that are coming out with stuff that is more accessible. So I think I will keep an eye on Touch of Glam for the future, because this sparkly gorgeousness is exactly what I look for in my multichromes, and we shall see what we need to invest in. That's all for this video. Other smaller indie brands are also coming on my channel, so keep an eye out for that. And I will see you in my next video, the focus of which is also going to be a smaller indie brand. Bye bye now.